So are you enjoying it so far?
For the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
By the way, you missed like all my fucking choices while you were gone.
Ah.
So I'll catch you up to speed. I wanted to help Sayori, with the like preparations for the festival, but I wouldn't let me. And then I wanted to help Monica, and it wouldn't let me. And then I wanted to help and then I was like, no, I'll just go with Natsuki. So let me know when you're in.
I'm in, but it's just delayed.
Well, this was Natsuki's poem, by the way.
Like, she had a new one?
Yeah, this was her third one.
What do you want me to read it?
No, I'm just showing you. You don't have to read if you don't want to.
Wait a minute. I have to put the quality up to...
That was Monica's second one. That was Monica's first one. And this was Monica's third one.
Were they any better, or...
Yeah, they were pretty good. Alright, so are you ready to get into this fucked up shit?
Sure.
Alright, here we go, DDLC. In a little bit, I'm gonna have to eat my spaghetti, though. Donkey!
One thing I did say, though, to all people that are watching, our lovely fans, I'm like... I'm not gonna lie, this music is mad annoying.
Oh my god, I didn't save before the fucking thing. Fuck. Oh my god, I have to do the poem again.
Which poem?
The poem for Sayori.
Is that the one that we did together?
Wait, no, hold up. I think this is even later than that. This is the second poem, I think. Oh my god, I forgot to fucking... Okay, we're just gonna fucking skip through this shit. Until we get to the part where we're supposed to be at. Okay, so Sayori's dipped. What do Yuri? Oh, I can't fucking skip here. Oh shit, I didn't read this one. Because the last time I did it, I didn't get this. I got a different one. Or she didn't give me a poem. Beach. A marvel millions of years ago, of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expose of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest wood to get lost in. Oh, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles. Where my toes squish into the sand, the salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. turned back, and I abandoned my piece to endowed at the shore. Or, yeah, to erode at the shore, drift forward, and return. I return to Earth forevermore. Yeah, her and Natsuki were writing poems about the same topic and all that.
So, like,
Natsuki.
beforehand, Natsuki gave you that poem?
No, Natsuki gave me a poem, another different poem about the beach. I didn't get that poem last time because I didn't get a poem from Yuri. This was hers. It was like about like love and shit. So I'm just gonna skip past it. Monica, hey Monica, hey buddy Monica, hey Monica, hey buddy Monica. Oh man, she's emoting again.
She's emoting again.
Yeah, this is her poem. We're gonna continue. Okay, actually, I will read the last part again for after we're all done choosing and everything, because I want you to know. I want you to try and figure something out.
Wait a minute. Now that you're on my phone, I can turn off the volume, and I don't have to hear you twice.
No, you don't. You definitely do. You do.
Oh my god. So much better. I hear just you. I don't hear me anymore.
Come on. I regret not saving. I was on that screen for an hour and a half. Why did it have to crash the second I picked up my controller again?
Alright, how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and almost 1.
Alright, come on, skip it. Come on, go. Oh yeah, by the way, Colby's asleep.
Okay. What about it?
Dylan, I just figured you were wondering where he is.
Actually, no, not really. Honestly, I'm just waiting until my mom wants me to come down to watch Big Brother, and then after that, I'm pretty sure Dave and Travis are gonna be on.
I guess it still chose Natsuki. Even though I don't remember it showing up with a choice. Oh shit, I'm skipping through this. That's kind of strict, don't you think? Wait. History. Okay.
Yeah, I'm downstairs and I'm listening, and you're like, I'm not doing the Carl Weezer voice anymore.
Yeah, because it hurt my voice. It was hurting my throat.
That's no excuse.
You better not make a weird thing. Why would I do that? I'm coming over Sunday. I'll bring all my ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right, like I could have a guy over to my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. Yes, I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really going to show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I've never got to bake with anyone else before. That's all it is. So alright, I get it. Sorry for overacting.
Do you go over Natsuki's house?
No, she comes over to my house. Anyway, I'll be heading out.
And then you guys bake, but then you actually start to bond or whatever, and like, she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm only mean because I get it from my dad and everything.
She does have dad problems, I'll say that. But I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that her dad abuses her.
Yeah, like, abusive.
See you on Sunday. Ah, never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki's coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might happen when we're out of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Okay, let me save.
What, your game crashes again?
Yeah, I'm saving it just in case. I'm gonna get.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yay. There's the same thing happened with your mic right before it crashed.
No, I just set my controller down.
Okay.
I was taking a bite of my spaghetti.
I'm not lying though. Like the same thing happened with your mic right before it crashed. Maybe
I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play often, so we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Vescavo. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Who else is in here? Somebody else must really want to watch me play this damn game.
I'm pretty sure you can look on your phone and it'll tell you.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Vescavo. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have to be worried about me at all. So have you figured out what her problem is yet?
No.
You haven't figured it out? How have you not figured it out? It's so obvious. At least at this point it is. I swear to God, if you don't figure it out until the next area, I'm gonna be pissed. Or until the next time we see her. And you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't actually no, I think it'll tell you during this. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Vescavo. But, you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hey, you're really just gonna make me, you're really going to just make me say it, aren't you, Vescavo? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. There you go. There's her problem.
Well, that's kind of out in the open, duh. Like,
Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it with me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? And she really wants so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Vescavo. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Jesus Christ. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Vescavo. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing the only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Vescavo. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. Now please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Vescavo. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Vescavo, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Vescavo. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No. Don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Who the hell is adding me on things? Give me a second. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I'll put my controller. Sorry, I was eating a bit more of my spaghetti.
Uh-huh.
I said goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and when we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Okay, this is definitely different than Yuri's. Sup? Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. So bossy. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't come all this way just to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. I'm sure Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at all. Good. Glad
You gotta tune up. You gotta tune up.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm going through a wind tunnel.
You're going through a wind tunnel?
Yeah.
Can you hear? Is this better?
Yeah.
Glad I can count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Vescovo? Come on! Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gugh. This is ridiculously heavy. Ha ha. Oh yeah, this is where she gets Buffsuki from, because of how heavy that bag was, and she carried it all the way here. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? Jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. Wow, that's just arrogant. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff that I gotta teach you. Aha, what? There's a little bit more, that's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like, wow. Those are some harsh words. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki! Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. This is going a completely different direction. We're supposed to be baking. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Source, trust me, bro. Gross. Hey, what's that to me? Who else? Man, we'll just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Vescovo. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back, or I'm not fighting back. Oh boy. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid. That could be any kind of fluid if you know what I'm talking about. And plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Escavo, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I am having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you're completely finished mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with a whisk. So I get stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl of icing. Huge bowl for icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. She's beating something, I think. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger into the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough to get my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Rose, you got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh yeah.
Didn't know we were gonna have anime fight scene.
Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you too, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it into my mouth, licking the icing off. What? She looks like surprised Pikachu, like somebody just fucking stuck something in her butt. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Miss Gavo, you really shouldn't do that or do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me, just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? I don't know where the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. Oh, tragic. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling, warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes. Or the different colored cupcakes in each one of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff too, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We'll probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up the one nozzle that has a much thinner tip than the other. Oh god, I don't like the fact that they're talking about tips. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. Wow. Jeez, Natsuki, what kind of person do you think I am? But that's actually a really cute idea, so maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No? No, nothing. Nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Not giving me a chance to think about it, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, then we each get to work. By the way, just a fair warning to whoever else might be in here, this game is not a dating sim. It's very unsuitable for people who are easily disturbed. So if you have depression and want to die, I suggest you leave. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Aha. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway. I was hoping when we have time... I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I could do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Ah, yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Go to work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Wonder if something awkward's gonna happen. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like that afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance? It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking could be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you wanted to read manga or go out somewhere. Did you really mean that? Or do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Let's go. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry, I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Oh boy, Logan, it's getting steamy up in here.
It is.
Oh boy. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me.
Explodes.
Oh yeah, she looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against mine. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori! Damn it! She cock-blocked me. Why did you have to show me cock-block me? Damn it. Ah! Hi, Vescavo. Sayori. Just now we weren't... Hey. It's okay, Vescavo. I just stopped by to say hi. Ah! Well, you should have come over earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of the cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Wait, what?
Wind tunnel.
That better?
Yeah.
Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Aha, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki? And how close you got to her? It makes me really happy. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Vescavo? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Vescavo. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your time, waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. So something that I wouldn't trade for. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Vescavo. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Vescavo, I like you so much that I want to die. Okay, that's a bit much. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Oh, that's a bold move there, Vescavo. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I know what I'm going to choose. I'm not choosing this one. I am not choosing this one. Because we're doing the Sayori run. So we're choosing this one. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Vescavo. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms around me, tightly around me. Vescavo, is this really okay? Yeah. I held Sayori in my arms and pull her close to me. By the way, this is the only image we get of our character at all. Only image. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Vescavo. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
That haircut with the brown-haired kid.
Yeah, in every anime too. What is this? Sayori, I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Vescavo. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Oh, okay. I trust you. By the way, I know exactly why, and it's fucked up. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? Heh, what are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Vescavo. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain of when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give her everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Alright, I'm putting my controller down so I can grab a drink quick. Or, not grab a drink, so I can eat my spaghetti quick.
Yeah.
Alright. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. By knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Alright, again, other viewer that's in here. This is your last warning. If you are not okay with stuff, you need to leave. Now. Mescavo, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remembered what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for it, Vescavo. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday, which let me just tell you, she knows about that because she knows we're in a game. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange, Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quick? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. I think the other person dipped. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets, laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? Oh boy. Logan, this is gonna get real. I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different than the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Do you want to read this?
Sure. Get out of my head, 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 get out of it. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head, I listened to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving.
What'd you think?
I like the alliteration.
Ah, what is this? Reading this poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Miss Gaba, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. By the way, when she says "get out of my head," I think she's referring to me. And when she says "before I listen to everything, everything that she said to me," I'm pretty sure she's talking about Monica.
Yeah. I'm
But
pretty
more than
sure
that,
Monica is telling her to like kill herself.
Monica. Okay. Do you want me to tell you?
No.
I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori. So well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Okay. Are you sure you're ready for this? What was I thinking?
Talking to me?
Yeah. I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori, are you ready? Are you sure? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe it. I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't that kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. An exception has occurred. File game script ch5.rpy line 307. See traceback for details. So, Logan,
Well,
what do you think?
like I said, she killed herself.
What the hell? What the hell? This is a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told Sayori I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it has always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance.
Well.
What?
Well, you know, it kinda is a game.
I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 By the way, I just want to say, even if I did say the other thing, it wouldn't have saved Natsuki, or wouldn't have saved her.
No.
No, she would have still died anyway.
Same way? So there never was a path with her.
Well, there was with her, but there's just nothing you could have done would have saved her. By the way, do you like the new Sayori?
What do you mean, no Sayori?
Do you see the main screen now?
Well, Sayori is Monica.
And Natsuki and Yuri.
Well, no. Yuri and Natsuki are still themselves.
Well, no, but like I'm talking like parts of like Sayori's character right now that is showing on the screen is also parts of them.
Yeah.
Start a new game. Here we go. You want to try reading this?
All over?
You'll see. I'm putting my controller down. I'm gonna eat some spaghetti. You want to try reading that?
Oh. Yeah, no, I got it. Is it supposed to be like her dialogue at the beginning?
To answer your question, yes, it is. Alright, give it a try. Let's see what you got.
Hola, soy Dora.
I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air, and she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is... What?
Is it just gonna be, Monica?
That girl is... My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I sigh, idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Go. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time and on games and anime. By the way, the other person that was in here left. I don't think they were ready for it. I think I might have just traumatized somebody.
You did give him. You did give him the warning.
I did give him a couple warnings. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Not happening. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. They really aren't any interest in me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. It's Gabo. Oh, Monica. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you there. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly as she emotes on me. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
Do we have to read this again?
Basically completely out of my league. It gets different. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in there? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Hey, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I couldn't stand all the politics around the major club. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Well, I'll just skip through some of the shit that we've seen before. Look at something new.
You could add just a little. Well.
A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull.
Literature. I was in the literature one. a rubber room with rats. I was crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Put me
Hey,
in
Miss
the room.
Gobbo. By any chance, are you still looking for a coffee joint? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy.
So,
Please.
I have a question.
What?
You said we have to delete Monica. Like,
At the beginning, alright, well, we have to delete Monica twice without being deleted.
yeah.
So I think I know how I can do that, but... okay,
But
so let me explain,
does
let me
that
explain
also
something.
mean that what's
What?
her name doesn't kill herself?
Oh, Sayori?
Yeah.
I know what, okay, I kind of have an idea as to what's gonna happen. And no, she technically doesn't, but let me say this. Right now, the reason Sayori isn't here is because Monica deleted her from the game files.
Ah.
So basically, she'll tell you this anyway, but Monica is basically manipulating everybody's personalities to bring out all of their problems and make them worse. That's
So,
what
like,
she's doing.
Let's put it this way. We didn't go for Yuri right away, right? But, like, say we go for Yuri now. Is she gonna be acting different?
Yuri?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So will Natsuki.
It'll be a complete different experience than if we went for her first.
Not completely different. Just a little more intensive, I guess you could say.
Do they know she's dead, or?
Sayori?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They just don't acknowledge her anymore?
They don't even know she existed.
Ah.
Not even the main character knows she existed.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. He has to a little bit, because in the beginning he was like, you know, oh, this girl runs up to me every day or whatever. And then it was like the squiggle, it was the spaghetti-o text.
Oh, yeah. Here's a fun fact, though. This character that we're playing was created by Monica.
Yeah, doesn't she have like free roam of the game?
She has free roam of the game files and all that crap, because they wanted to... The game developers, or the people who are developing the simulation, live in a simulation themselves, but they wanted to see what would happen if they showed, if they gave somebody in a simulation knowledge to the fact that they were in a simulation, to see how they would handle it.
So,
and thus, this was born. But this isn't the only simulation they're running. They're running a second one at the same time. Which I believe the second one is going to be, the second virtual machine they're running is going to be the next game.
When is that coming?
It was thought to be 2018, but now we don't know.
What's it called? My mom wants me to come down for Big Brother. So, I mean, like, you could keep going.
No, I'm probably gonna, like, save it here. Cause I gotta, I want to finish eating my spaghetti.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like... Who's the one we baked with?
Natsuki.
I didn't really like her at first, but after the bacon, I like it.
By the way, we do Yuri's Path this time. We'll learn more about what the second virtual machine is about. I could go on and on about what it's about, but Yuri basically sums it up pretty nicely. But sure, the book she's reading that she gives you is about that game.
Okay. Your way to you, beautiful girl. to have the one girl suicidal. Suicidal. That's why she hung herself.
Wait, you went out there?
Yeah.
Mm.
So. Holy crap. It might be a little bit too moist in here. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Alright.
Are you getting off, or what do you...
I might.
No,
But if you come back, I can probably get back on.
Alright. Well, I mean, if I get back on, I might be getting on with Dave and
With who?
Travis. Dave and Travis. Dildo. I don't know though. They said like 10:30, so I mean, probably have like an hour if you wanted to play more of it, but I'm gonna go down. Some deep stuff.
Oh yeah. Just wait.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned nothing yet.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Alright, that's it.
I'll see you later, stream.